In recent news, DrDisRespect was caught off guard live on stream after discovering that TimTheTatMan had removed him from his friends list in Escape from Tarkov. While playing, Doc suddenly noticed the notification and immediately reacted, saying he couldn't believe what had just happened.
I don't know if you just saw what happened behind me. It said, Tim the Bald Man removed you as a friend on Escape from Tarkov. So I don't know if he's playing Tarkov today, but I think they removed the 2-time from their friends list. It just happened right now. It said Tim the Bald Man removed you from their friends list. Yikes, huh? Who cares? I know, I don't care. It just popped up. I don't know if anybody saw that. Just awful, phony people. Work friends are not real friends, 100%. There's a couple good ones though. That are genuinely good friends, right? Like, genuine.
He described the situation as awful, questioned the authenticity of friendships between streamers, and appeared genuinely hurt that someone he considered a friend had decided to cut ties with him. Doc then reflected on what the removal meant, saying that it showed him that work friendships aren't necessarily real friendships. His reaction quickly went viral, with viewers debating whether this was simply the natural consequence of everything that happened around Doc, or whether Tim removing him was unnecessarily harsh. Some people felt sympathy for Doc, arguing that regardless of everything surrounding the controversy, losing longtime friends can still hurt. One viewer said you could tell that the situation still burns a little for Doc, while pointing out that both Tim and the other people involved are entitled to their own feelings. Others took the opposite view and argued that people shouldn't be surprised when former friends distance themselves after serious controversy. One commenter mocked Doc for being shocked that people don't want to associate with him, while another argued that the whole situation showed exactly why Tim chose to remove him. There was also a much bigger debate about whether people should continue judging Doc based on allegations versus what was actually established legally. One commenter argued that social media effectively acts like a court of public opinion, while another pushed back against the idea that Doc should expect his old friendships to remain unchanged. Ultimately, the reaction came down to two very different perspectives. Some viewers saw Doc as genuinely hurt by losing another longtime friend, while others saw Tim's decision as a completely understandable boundary given everything that happened. He started circulating online, with people assuming Tim had deliberately cut Doc off, but there was a lot more context to what actually happened. Tim had reportedly returned to Tarkov for the first time in around 2 years, and according to people familiar with the situation, he didn't even realize that another player named Shidoshi was actually Doc. Hutch and Nick had apparently been trying to get Tim back into the game for a long time, and Tim had never previously played Tarkov with Doc. Nick himself had reportedly only started playing Tarkov that week, meaning he also wouldn't necessarily have known Doc's in-game name. In other words, the removal may not have been some deliberate public statement against Doc at all. Tim may simply have been cleaning up his friends list without knowing who was behind the account.
Yep.
Bottom left, friends.
Yep.
And what's your name?
I have Shidoshi on here.
Don't add him. Don't add him.
That's not us.
Don't add Shidoshi.
My name is. What did I name myself? Oh, Tim the Bald Man.
Perfect.
Someone took TimTheTatMan and Tim the Fat Man.
Gotcha. Utrimus Prime.
Who are you?
Utrimus Prime.
I see you. Accept.
All right, wonderful. Now I'm gonna go like this.
This guy's name is Can You Sec My Peener?
The community began debating whether Doc had jumped to conclusions. One viewer pointed out that Tim was playing Tarkov for the first time in 2 years and had no idea that Shidoshi was Doc, while also telling Doc and everyone else to stop with the Tim hate. They argued that Hutch and Nick had been trying to get Tim back into the game for ages, making it even less likely that the removal was some calculated move against Doc. Others weren't convinced. One person argued that if Tim was simply deleting people he didn't remember, it didn't make sense that he would accept friends in the past, but only remove certain ones now, suggesting that Doc's interpretation wasn't completely unreasonable. Another viewer pushed back against the sensationalism, saying that although they wouldn't blame Tim if he had intentionally removed Doc, Tim isn't the type of person who would deliberately do something like that on stream. Another commenter simply pointed out that chat had already told Tim exactly who Shidoshi was, adding another layer to the debate over whether Tim genuinely didn't know, and that left the community split. Some saw Doc's reaction as understandable because the notification looked personal in the moment, while others believed the additional context made it clear that Tim wasn't deliberately trying to cut Doc off at all. Webby might be quitting streaming to become a voice actor after revealing his special talent.
Again, it's crazy. Hold on, I have to.
Oh. No need, Okoye. I can handle this alone.
The no need is crazy. What are they doing in this movie?
I will get Naki out as quickly as possible.
Mizkif is once again facing a legal battle connected to the Emiru drama, and this time the situation appears to be dragging on because the other side allegedly isn't responding. According to the latest update, Mizkif she an update on his ongoing situation.
In regards to that whole lawsuit, by the way, if anyone thinks I'm not taking it seriously and I'm not doing it, I literally put my lawyer in a group chat with Violent Motion and my lawyer has requested their information. They did not respond. So now I'm going to have to get the information and try to get to violent motion to continue the lawsuit, because I'm not letting this get away. I am going to continue it. Violent motion is trying to ignore the fact that I'm trying to get the information, because I do not believe anything that is they're trying to obviously get away from that. So no, I'm actively trying to make sure that the mods of LSF are getting sued for what they did and what they've been allowed to do. I'm not letting them get away with it. So yes, it is still continuing right now. I literally am.
The reaction from the community was quickly focused on the growing legal costs and whether the lawsuit is worth pursuing. One viewer joked that Ms. Keefe had apparently landed a gambling sponsor just in time to say, "Lawyer fees? Thank you very much," while another argued that he's simply being milked by his lawyers through what they believe are unwinnable lawsuits. Pokemani was recently giving advice to an agent viewer who had been catfished, turning the conversation into a warning about how difficult dating online can be. The viewer had apparently been fooled by someone they believed they were talking to romantically, and Pokemon explained that getting catfished doesn't mean they're alone, or that they should feel embarrassed. Here's Pokemon's full response.
We'll try a bite. Yes?
I got catfished on a date. What am I supposed to do now?
Why are you laughing at him?
Because he got catfished. He came in here asking for help. I don't know, man. Leave, bro. Yeah.
If you got catfished, it's okay. You're not the only one, especially if you met this person on a dating app. I feel like nowadays a lot of dating apps, it's really just people trying to scam you into buying a crypto coin or like
What the
their lifestyle, or you know.
We got crypto demons and dating apps?
I don't know, I think so. But I think a lot of there's just so many bots on dating apps. Yeah. Isn't it good?
Yeah,
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Elite.
Tectone has now shared his take on why Asmongold has become such a popular figure online, arguing that his appeal has very little to do with his infamous lifestyle, or the fact that he lives in what many people describe as a messy environment. Instead, Tectone believes Asmongold's biggest appeal is that he's willing to say things out loud that a lot of people are already thinking, but don't feel comfortable saying themselves.
I don't think the main appeal of Asmongold is because he lives in garbage. I think the main appeal of Asmongold is, like me, he just says things that people are all thinking that people aren't comfortable to say out loud yet. And so people like the common sense takes because it's what everybody's thinking, but people are too much of pussies to say it out loud. And that's the appeal, not that he lives in filth.
Not exactly the right place.
What? How are we here?